Hi, I'm Bob Moody, and Diligent Home Inspections is my home inspection company here in Maryland. In my previous video, I answered the question of what it is that a home inspector does. Another question that comes up on a lot of occasions is who is it that hires home inspectors? Who do they answer to? That's pretty simple, really. Whoever pays the bill, whoever signs the contract, that's who we work for. We do the inspections. The report that we produce, our work product, if you will, belongs to whoever pays that. Now the question is who might pay for that? Well, someone who is an existing homeowner could choose to have a home inspection for a couple of different reasons. One is they may have lived in a home for a few years and they don't know that much about maintenance, and they don't want to be blindsided by some major system failure, and so they hire a home inspector to come in and take a look at their house for them and give them a report so that they have some forewarning about maintenance issues that may need to be taken care of. By the same token, that same party, that same homeowner, may have a house that they want to put on the market, and they want to know about anything which could have a potential impact on the sale of that house or on the price at which they're able to sell the house. For example, if you sell to VA, they have some very strict, or if you sell to a client who's being financed by the VA, I should say, they have some very strict requirements as far as certain repairs and things that have to be made. So they would pay to have an inspection done. And again, that work product would belong to them and no one else. So having done a report for that client, I wouldn't turn around and share that information with a realtor, particularly a realtor who represents someone who's actually looking at the house, unless that homeowner specifically gave me instructions to do so. Likewise, a buyer certainly would have a home inspection done. That's a little bit like taking a used car in and getting your mechanic to check it over for you before you buy it, to make sure that you know that if there are any potential failures that might take place in it. So that's that kind of in a nutshell. That gives you a couple of examples of who it is that would pay for a home inspection. Anyone who has a vested interest in the sale of a home, whether it be a realtor, a mortgage lending company, a potential buyer, the seller, all those different parties certainly I could foresee situations where they might find it worthwhile to pay to get a home inspection done. Beyond that, with regard to who owns that and who that information can be shared with, it only goes to the person or to the parties who have contracted for that inspection to be done. Can't be shared with anybody else. It's theirs. They own it. If you have any further questions about that, there's the Maryland Home Inspectors Code of Ethics. There's a link for that right here on my webpage, and that complies with the national standard for ethics. So if you have any further questions about that specific issues, you can take a look at that, or you can contact me either through my website, through my email address, mail, or give me a phone call. I'll be glad to answer any questions about that. Thanks for taking a look at my website, and hopefully I've answered any questions that you have at this point.